What is up, everyone? Before we get started with our show on tonight, we want you to know that our shows for this week are sponsored by Dr. Ebony Wallace of Ebony Solutions. That's right, we thank her for sponsoring us. We'd ask that you go listen to our podcast, and we'd ask that you go buy her books, which you can get both of those things from the description up above. Shout out to her, we appreciate her. And we thank her for all of the love and all of the support that she gives us. God bless you and ever continue to smile upon you. And now it's time to get into the show. Every episode, every song, every word we say.
Yeah. You say you're ready today. You say you're ready. You feel like it's fate. Join James and Dr. J. Sundays, 10 p.m. Don't be late for Dating While Anointed. Sundays, 10 p.m. It's great.
What is up?
What's going on? What's going on, James? What's happening?
Yeah, man, look, I got my mama back tonight. Yes, like y'all, we appreciate our brother coming in last week and killing it. But I got my mama back tonight.
Sermons for coming in and covering for me last week. Mama was babysitting the grands.
Yes.
To God be the glory. It's funny to say that I'm a grandma because our topic tonight is hot and heavy. When I talk about it, I get so like it drives me up the wall. But I'm trying to learn better. So
wait. Before you get into that, we want to shout out Dr. Ebony for sponsoring the shows for this week. God bless her. Y'all go up there to the link above, subscribe to her YouTube channel, and buy her books, which is in the link above. Shout out to her. She was a sponsor last week, and she came back to me. She said, bro, here's more money. I want to support y'all again. I'm running it back another week. So we appreciate her. And if y'all want to be a sponsor, reach out, and we'll be more than happy to work with you.
Absolutely. You want to sponsor, you want to advertise, hit him up. Let's do it.
Dude, let's do it. Let's do it.
Excited about that. So I'm excited about tonight's topic, James, because I know you are young and
youngest.
Your generation is barking up some trees in my generation right now, and it's becoming a thing. And so even though we are talking about dating, in addition to talking about dating while anointed, I wanted to talk about the age gap conversation. So it's like we don't really think about it when it's a man who is older dating a younger woman, but it seems to be taboo when it's an older woman dating a younger man. Don't you take yourself down. Let's talk about it. You expressed to me at one time that, age gaps weren't a big deal for you. So you at 38, you 38, 36?
36.
I forget, it's too many of y'all. 36. How do you feel about age gaps?
For me, it's about the maturity. So for me, I have always been attracted to older. Always have. But it's funny. It is funny. It's funny that I always been attracted to older, but it's the younger has always been attracted to me. So it's funny how it works. But for me, I just like older because of the simple fact of they are mature enough to handle what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Like with everything that I deal with, being a CEO over a network, being a preacher, doing everything that I do. It takes a special woman to be able to walk in those rooms with me. So with that being said, I need her to have like a little bit of self-respect about herself to where like she's like, okay, I can handle being in these rooms with them.
So,
if
well,
that
that
makes
makes
sense.
it does. I can respect that, but I too, being, you know, typically in my past, I've always dated older. I married older. My ex-husband was 10 years older than me. And so now in this season, I have a lot of young men that approach, and they're the ones that are not afraid to shoot their shot. And when I say a lot, I mean 34, 35,
Wait a
36.
minute, wait a minute. Tell them that you got a son that's 36 years old. If they ain't older than your son, at least by 5 years, back off.
But see, this is the conversation we're having. The younger children say, okay, well, mom, you can't be rude because that's a grown man. So you can't be
Absolutely.
okay, so you can't treat him like he's a child. He's 35, 34, 35 years old. And for me, I cringe because my daughter is 33, my son is 30, you 36. It's like, running for my life. But then what? Say it.
Laughing at you.
Why? Because I'm being honest. Like we being transparent. I'm
Like I could see you now coming home to us. Yeah. How old is he, Mama? He's about y'all age.
but even like it didn't start recently. It started like right when I turned 40. I had a young man who was very mature, had already spent like 8 years in the Marine Corps, was already raising a son who was 29 years old. I could not get past the fact that he was 29. Very mature. This man, this man has served the country. Very mature. But at 40 years old, I was like, OMG. Like, are you
Okay, so
kidding?
what stopped you from giving him a chance? Besides the fact that he was younger. Like,
That's it. So tell me how you like how does that make you feel knowing that a woman of a mature age might not talk to you or might not give you the time because of your age?
I've had that where it's been like a woman that like she got all of it going on and she's checking out every box. And I mean every box. And it gets to the point to where when that question of how old are you gets asked, I'm like, I already know it's about to be a deal breaker. I already know it.
Well, there's a lot of things to contend with as a woman when you start when you I got my microphone in the wrong place. There's a lot to contend with as a woman when you start dating a younger man because most of the time y'all mamas don't be with it.
But here's the thing. For us young men that are mature and that know what we want out of life, we ain't dating for our mama. We dating because we see something in you.
Yeah, but most of us, we talking about dating while anointed. Typically, if we're dating with some intention. Like we got plans to go somewhere, like marriage, not just to be dating because we want companionship. So
And you
how do
says
we?
we ain't neither. We are probably doing that same thing.
Yeah, but the families don't typically agree.
And so what? Romeo and Juliet's family didn't agree. Oh, wait a minute. That's a bad example. That's a
that
bad
that
example.
that might not have been the best example. I get it, but typically is in the reverse roles. Now, I'll tell you that my son, one of my boys, that I was my son, my other son who is 36. He 36? Wait a minute. Yeah, 36 right now. When he was about 17, there was a woman that was 29. I was not having it. But
Okay.
he was
Okay.
still in
Why?
high school. Huh?
Okay. 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 I
Okay,
get
he was
that.
still in high school and she was just out there, right? And not saying that it couldn't not saying that he wasn't part of the problem, right? But I just wasn't having it. And that was because he was still in high school. Now, if he had been 18, he was already off going to college, that'd be a different idea. But we still paying for lunch money. You know what I'm saying? Like we still, you still in your
Now we
parents'
still
house. Huh?
You talking about we still paying for lunch money?
Right. We still giving you lunch money. And so it became a big thing. And anybody that watches this that knows me that was in the church at that time understands that I did everything scripture say. I went privately. I did not, and this is when MySpace was a thing, right? I went, to this young lady privately, and she had come to our ministry with somebody else who was dating multiple women at one time, or fooling around with multiple women at one time. And she ended up fooling around with my 17-year-old son at the time, and I just wasn't having it. So I had to, I felt some
You
type
went
of
to
way.
a woman to woman.
I did, but I didn't get the woman to woman response. I got a very vulgar, outlandish response at the time, knowing full well that a young man at his age, be with the accessibility to a woman at her age and of that caliber, that meant that he had access to money and things, right? And that's really what somebody at his age was looking at that time, knowing that he full well was part of the problem, because he wasn't saying no. He was like, yeah, give it to me and I'm gonna give you what you want too, because we can just be real. Because her answer to me was like, he might be a boy to you, but he's all man to me. Yeah. So it became a
Let
whole
me ask you
thing.
a question. Is the woman still living?
She is. I did call my people and was like, get your Vaseline and and I'm the first lady at that time. So listen, you can take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl. But that's how I felt about that. But I think that had he been 18 or 19, then I wouldn't have anything to say about that. But 17, still in high school, no. And if it had been
I
one
had
of
to
my,
ask, was she still living? Because when she said he all man to me, ma'am, I know how crazy my mama is.
uh yeah. So and then when it comes to young people and my children, and that's a different story. Like, you exposing him to nightlife and exposing him to things that I don't really think that somebody 17 should have been exposed to, because I was exposed to things too early. So I'm very protective when it came to my children in their teenage and their formidable years. And thank God, that they made it through without experiencing some of the things that I experienced. And I say some very lightly, because I know there are a lot of things that I learned that had gone on that, maybe I
You
didn't
didn't
know.
know.
Yeah. And it happens, right? But when we talk about age gap, me personally, I don't think that in this season of my life, I would, like, I'm about to be 50. I say it every show. I'm about to be 50, but I'm not interested in dating somebody that's 10 years older than me at this time again, because I already been through that. They kind of set in their ways. And for me right now, that would be 60 years old. And even my dad was like, because at 60, that man slowing down. He gonna be asleep by the time it's time for y'all to go out. Like, nah, you don't want to deal with that. And he knows, because he's 60 plus, right? So yeah, age gap. So how much is too much? So let's look at the fact that Scottie Pippen is 60 years old dating a 23-year-old girl. How much
If
is
you
too
can
much?
do it, do it, Doc.
She grown. She grown.
I mean, wasn't nobody saying nothing when Scottie Pippen's wife was messing with Michael's son.
Well, he grown. I think that people were saying something, but it is usually society accepts it more when it's a man than when a man's dating a younger woman than they do when a woman is dating a younger man. So the cougar phenomenon has been revived now. It's like, now it's a whole thing. There are people who are doing podcasts about it, having events, introducing older women to younger men, because some younger men just don't want to date girls, don't want to date women, I'm sorry, that are in their age group. And you just said it, because you need her to be able to walk into the rooms that you are walking into because of the status that you hold. Well, I feel like, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, that some young men have made a life for themselves. They have access to money and resources, and they want to have a woman that's going to add to them, not someone that's coming with their hand out.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. In the age, in the where I'm at right now, in this big 36, with everything that I got going on, you got to come with more than a cute face and a smile.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, and I think that they look at that men your age look at women my age and say she already established, like
We can
she
build
probably
together.
we can
We
she can help me finish this goal, she can add to what I'm already doing. And so they're kind of opting out of dating women in their age group. And then here we are in an in-between age, and we could be dating the son or the father, so we trying to figure out, now honestly we could be dating the son or the father, so we trying to
not
figure
the
out, like,
son or the father.
we could. And but it's me as a woman at my age, I'm always thinking about what's appropriate. When the fact of the matter is, James, you a grown man. You don't want me to look at you as a child, although y'all call me mom. You don't want me to look at you that way when it comes to what you have the ability to do as a man.
Right. Like for me, it's like I have had. I'm gonna be real with you. I sat my side as somebody in their 50s.
Okay.
Like she had it going on. Didn't look like she was in her 50s. Had a lot going for herself. Was building, and I'm like, man, together we could be doing something powerful. We had a great conversation for a while. Even talked on the phone for a little bit. The $1 million question got asked.
How old are you?
And at that time, I think I was like 34, 33.
Well, I can speak for a woman. I can speak for women. I think that we still have that taboo about it being appropriate, because even being like chased down by somebody that is 5 years my senior, and finally saying, okay, fine, I'll go out with you, I'll go on a date with you, was a challenge for me. This man 44 years old, and I was like, ugh, because there's certain things that I look for, and certain things that I have an expectation of, that I don't want to put off on somebody, or that I feel like needs to be um a challenge. But man, when I say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go out with you, I'm gonna go on a date with you, typically my intuition has been right about, okay, this man is younger, is some things that he has not experienced, not lived, don't understand. But it could just be that individual as a person. I really should avoid generalization. What you think?
For sure, because just because he's a certain age, don't mean that all of us are the same way. I was on TikTok the other night, and I had stumbled across this live, and the women was talking about like dating in this generation, and they pulled me up onto the live screen with them, and I kind of gave my feedback on it, and I said, in all honesty, what has happened is you've have little boys that are strapped in grown men bodies.
Right.
And what happened is these little boys that are strapped in grown men bodies, and they could be 60 something years old, but still got that little boy mindset.
Right.
And what has happened is these little boys have sat here and jacked up good women. And what
Hmm.
has happened is the grown men have had to come back and clean up the stuff that these little boys done jacked up. So My recommendation is these little boys need to stay playing with the little girls and leave the grown woman for a grown man.
Okay, y'all, James is completely serious. So, James, you said you shot your shot at somebody in their 50s. For you, what is the largest gap that you would entertain? Is it 20 years?
If he was to ask me a couple of years, if he was to ask me about a year or so ago, I couldn't do 60s. I could not do 60s.
Right.
But if you was in your 50s, Steph Curry with it from the
Okay.
3-point line.
Okay, for me right now, I can respect that from a man's perspective. But me, I'm just I still battle with the idea of somebody younger, even if it's 2 or 3 years. I struggle with it, and so I'm typically right now. I'm like, 5 to 7 years is enough for me. I don't think I ever want to do 10 again because it was a bad experience, and that's probably the reason that I don't want to do 10 when it comes to going in that direction. But I definitely know I would not, and I shudder to think, but I really would not date somebody 10 years younger than me. I right
Okay.
now at this
Okay.
point.
All right. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
So there's a guy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's got his own business. He's got his own money. Multi-millionaire. Got everything going for himself. Like owns about 3 businesses. He approaches you. He looks good too. He approaches you and he shoots his shot. Only problem is he's 37 years old. Now he's checking off all of your boxes. Every box that you got, he's checking off. The only thing is he's 37 years old.
He would mm, it would be very hard for me. I mean, he would really have to lay it on thick. He would have to convince me beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's mature enough to handle what I come with.
So okay, I'm gonna give it to you like this. He shows up to every event that you do, and he don't show up empty-handed. He shows up with flowers, invites you out to dinner, opens a car door for you, does
I
all of
still
that.
would I still would be concerned with the gap. I'm trying to overcome that. I don't even know why I'm trying to overcome it. But I still would be concerned about the fact that most of the time, most men gonna want to take you to meet their mama. And she gonna be like, what your old behind doing with my with my young son? Like and then it's a double no if he don't have no children. So like I can
I heard my dog needs barking back there.
I
She's like,
know. I'm
no.
sorry. She barking on a live podcast, but
She's like,
um,
no. Mm-mm.
she wanted to go outside. Like I can release my prohibition about dating somebody younger if he already has children, right?
Okay.
Because I'm not having any more ever. I'm
All right.
not having any more ever. And so
I was the last one. I was the last one. I was
So
the last one to make it through.
I would prefer that he already has children. But then even in that, men that are in their 30s and early 40s still have little children. My children are adults.
So okay,
So
okay.
it's
I'm gonna
hard
give
for
you
me.
another.
But what happens, James, is I bend my rule and then I'm stuck dealing with somebody that is ill prepared, that's not ready, that thought they were ready, but I can be a lot to handle.
So I'm gonna give you another one.
Oh my
This
Jesus.
one, this one, same thing. Got everything going on. Got kids.
Do he love Jesus?
Yeah, he loves Jesus. He got 3 kids by 3 different women. As soon as I said the three different women, she already like
Three kids by three different women. Now, what ages are they? Because see, when you
8.
come, uh-uh.
Wait. 8, 10, and 12.
Eh, no. See, the problem with it is, and this is what I want to say to all of you that are dating while anointed, dating in ministry, dating with whatever you got going on. The problem is when you set your boundary, like my boundary said, I do not want to date anybody with young kids. When you set your boundary, hold fast to it, because exactly what you expect is what you're going to get when you deal with somebody that you bent your boundary for. Because those kids, those young kids, age 6, 8, that age
8, 10, and
between
12.
that age between 0 to 12, they come, all kids come first, but 0 to 12 is even more so, because you're still a little bit too close to that baby mama. You're not enough years removed from her when you have
Okay.
kids that 0 to 5 or 0 to 6, because it's likely that she probably still wants you, or she gonna cause problems. I'm not here for the drama.
So, all right, I'm gonna give you one more. This one, I was watching a podcast, Country Rain. I was watching this show, and there's a character on the show, Anthony.
Uh-huh.
He took his girlfriend to Kentucky. See, her family lives here, all of that. They came here for like a birthday party. He
Mm-hmm.
takes his young son that is just 1 year old with him to Kentucky from Georgia and
With the
fell to
girlfriend.
with the girlfriend and her son. And the baby mama is already crazy. The baby mama flies to Kentucky, pulls up at the event for the girlfriend's mama's birthday. And when I say raise $10 worth of, and like destroyed everything, started an argument with everybody in there.
Oh my goodness.
So could you stay with this man after his baby mama done came in here? And this ain't the first time you done had a run in with the baby mama. Like you
Nope.
and the baby mama done almost threw hands one time before.
Nope. No, because I want her to have whatever she needs to get from him and to deal with her children. And that's the thing. Like, people with young children come with young children issues, right? You
Mm-hmm.
still, your kids are young, they're formidable, they're still trying to figure out their way in life. You trying to help them, and then you trying to manage their mama. And what gets me is when they say, oh no, we co-parent well, we get along fine. And I say, yeah, you get along fine until you show up with a woman, because then she has a problem. Now she about to really, if she ain't causing you problems now she might cause you problems if she's not married and moved on with her life. So, all those things come into play. So you guys make sure, don't break your rules. Even take it from me, don't lower your not your standards, but don't break your own rules, because when you break your own rules, you set yourself up for disappointment. If you never say yes when all your own rules for yourself are not met, because then you end up trying to figure out, okay, now where we stand and what's next, because people that are dealing with young children, dealing with baby mama, baby daddy drama, they are typically inconsistent in behavior, because they're torn between what is right and what is wrong for them when it comes to movement with their children. And what I say to people that just cause trouble for people that move on with their lives, everybody need to grow up. Everybody need to
Mm.
grow up. Like, if you're not with that person, there's a reason. And even if he circled the block or she circled the block, would you still be together? No, be happy for them. there's a whole nother discussion we could have of surrounding kids, but I don't want to date nobody with no little kids, so we don't even got to get into that.
Man, that is another discussion we could have.
It
Like,
is.
okay, so all right, before we close out, I'm gonna give you one more. The kids are adults.
Kids are adults, okay?
All right, not adults yet, but they like 14, 15. So basically adults. Basically
Mm-hmm.
adults.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are 14, 15, and 16.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his late 30s.
Okay.
So that means he started having kids when he was younger, like probably
20, 21.
20,
Mm-hmm.
2021. So he's like my age. Got everything going for himself. He don't want no more kids. Would you give him a shot?
Where is mama at?
His mama is your best friend.
Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. Heck no. No, no, no. Mm-mm. No, you think about it. Your best friend's mama do not want her dating you. She can't even shudder to think of what y'all potentially could get into. No way, Jose or Maria. Mm-mm.
You like,
No,
see,
no.
now you like, I was thinking about it.
I was out. You almost had me on the. You almost had me on the hook, but
The minute I said the mama is your best friend, you like, oh heck no. Mm-mm. Take me
mm-mm.
off of this train right now.
No,
No.
I'm off of this train. Boy, back up. Go over there and sit down, nephew. Cause no, sir, we're not doing that. And it would for me, like it would have to be, and definitely not somebody close to me, not my best friend, not one of my friends' children, absolutely not. But for me, in somebody, and I know you don't need the permission or the admonishment of people. You don't when you're talking about two adults, and a man that is 35 years old, 34 years old is a grown man. But I still would, for me to feel good, and this is just my mindset where I'm at right
You would
now
want to
about
talk to the
myself and
mother.
about our relationship, I would want to know that it was accepted by his family. Although he still have the right at 34, 35 years old to make his own decision, 36, 37, whatever it is. But at 49 years old, I still would feel awkward. And I think that probably societal norms has done that, and it just may be wrong to think that way. So I think that people should be, people, all of y'all, everybody is free to date who they want to, no matter really what the age gap is. When we're talking about two consenting adults, I do not think that people should exercise pedophilia. Now that is absolutely no. If young people are underage, you should not be dating them. That is just an absolute no, outright, absolutely not. No, that's a no for me. So when I talk about my son being 17 and this lady being 29, that was a no. He is underage. You should not, like, don't do that. Like, I don't think that that's good at all. But here
And
at
she
49,
lucky she's still living.
huh?
She lucky she's still living.
Well, when I tell you God is gracious. Hallelujah. He's an
Mm-hmm.
amazing God. But yeah, age gaps
Cause
are a thing. Age
cause
gaps
I
are a
know my
thing.
mama. She was ready to whoop behind first, ask questions later.
Absolutely. I'm talking jogging pants, Vaseline, ball cap, and a baseball bat ready. But our children get into things and they perpetuate situations as well. So we can't take the responsibility off of them. But somebody that's underage should never be considered as a consenting adult
Adult.
when they can't even sign their own name for anything. Like for nothing. They barely got a driver's license. You should not be in your 20s, dating somebody that
And
age.
then to look at me and say, he might be a boy to you, but he's all man to me.
Honey, right? So no. So, this tonight was Dating While Anointed, talking about the age gaps. And a lot of times we just keep these things, especially in the church, we sweep it under the rug, when in reality, a lot of the times pastors are 10 and 20 years older than their wives. And
I saw a video.
I know they are.
I seen a video of this pastor that was preaching, and he literally said they was talking to him about his wife. And he said, and to the congregation, y'all stop asking her, what am I going to do with her? Yes, I know she's 18, and I know I'm 50, but that's my wife.
She's 18. So she's considered an adult, but that's still.
I'm sending you the video. I'm gonna send you the video.
I think I know what you're talking about. And the thing about it is, I still think, me personally, that's too much for me. If I was her parents, that would be too much for me. That'd be too much for me to accept. But at the same time, she's a consenting adult, and she can sign her name on that marriage license. I don't have to sign her over. But a 50-year-old man, I don't think there's any conversation or anything that is relatable between the two, other than the fact that you could be her grandparent or raise her at this point. And a lot of times it has to do with narcissistic controlling behaviors when it's that much of a gap. You don't want anybody that's going to push back and not tell you no. So you find somebody that will do whatever.
And I will take that back. He's 63 and she was 18.
Oh yeah, no, he's a dirty old man. dirty old man. That's the way I see that. So all the cougars and tigers out there, do your thing, but do it God's way, whatever you do, and make sure that you're dealing with consenting adults, and you're not taking the vulnerability of somebody's child for an advantage. Me personally, I'm looking 7 years my senior, 8 years my senior. I just will not go to 10. My senior is my tops, and I'm still working on that age gap in the other direction. I think
I'm gonna get her to accept somebody about 38. I'm gonna get
6 years.
Look,
might be the thing.
Y'all give me about a couple of months. I'm gonna get her accept
in a couple
38
of months,
or 39.
I'll be looking in a couple of months. I should be looking at my 50-some-year-old husband.
I'm gonna say 38 or 39. 38 or 39 would be a good starting point.
Y'all pray my strength in the Lord dealing with Reverend James H. Glover, because we got to get him married, y'all. We got to get him married. I love y'all with the love of Christ. This has been Dating While Anointed on this first Sunday.
Yes.
Doing the thing. And we came with a big topic tonight, so we hope that you all enjoy. Please, in the comments, tell us what your thought process is. We're going to go back and read the comments. Make sure that you like, share, and follow us on the James H. Glover Network. We'll see you back here. All over. Every podcast.
Look, and y'all, check it out. Dr. Wasita and I have been talking. Soon we are going to start doing some TikTok lives.
Oh, so yeah, we going on. I'm about to go on TikTok in a few minutes. I'll be on TikTok. So y'all hit us up. We may go ahead and set our timing for TikTok soon. But y'all like, follow, share, listen to us on all podcast streaming networks.
Yes,
tell somebody else about this conversation, and make sure that you light up the chat and let us know what your thought process is. If you LOL and LOL, if you got some input, give some input. If you want to come and be a guest, come talk to us on Dating While Anointed. We definitely want to talk to you.
Amen. See y'all. Peace.
Hello. Thank you for watching another episode on James H. Glover Network. We appreciate you for all of your love, all of your support, and all of your just comments. Now what I need y'all to do is, like this says right here, like and subscribe. Also, I need y'all to share, and I need y'all to tag, and I need y'all to turn on that notification bell over here on YouTube. That lets YouTube know that you like content like this. On behalf of everyone here at the network, we appreciate you, because we couldn't release content the way that we do without your support. So as I always say, sometimes our disappointments are nothing more than God's appointments, meaning some things that we look at as bad, God is only turning it around for our good. Stay blessed, be blessed, and be a blessing to someone else. And I'll see y'all on the next episode. Peace.